Hello, family. This is Edwin Rose, aka Coach Rose. It's my first attempt at a Coach Rose video. I actually wanted to get my merchandise together first. I got some artwork that I want to put on my hat, Coach Rose on it. This is an idea from my son. We're supposed to be doing this together, but I was also trying to find an app where I can show you guys the videos and talk and do all this other stuff. But I need the microphone. I want the whole setup. I want to start buying the whole little setup. The microphone and stuff is no problem. The problem is being the app. Like I don't know what app these people use where they are splicing the video that they're talking about, because that would be lovely to have the little window right here. Because today's and my videos are going to be I'm gonna talk about the plays. I'm gonna talk about coaches. I'm gonna talk about everything to do with football. Um, uh, you know, Trent Dilfer is going to be our first little topic, and I'm gonna tell you what I've learned over the years of my coaching experience. First thing first, um, I never wanted to be one of those parents that made my children do this. This is something that I'm very passionate about. This is football is something that I took very seriously. Um, and coaching my son, my youngest son, was a big eye opener for me because I couldn't talk to him the way I could talk to everybody else. My son was the first kid that I realized that I had to talk to differently. Now, way before that, way before that, my first coaching experience, I watched the head coach. I mean, he would slap his son so hard on the head that people we would just walk away. Man, he was. I mean, the kid had his helmet on, but I mean, he would slap the shit out this kid, man, and it made me say that I would never put my hands on a player, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't touch them. You shouldn't get aggressive with them. Now, there are going to be kids that challenge you, but you also have to be wary enough to know on Friday nights, on Saturday nights, Sunday nights, I'm not putting my hands on these kids or these grown men, because I've not only coached children, I've coached every level that you can think of, except for, professional level. I've never coached in the NFL, but I have coached adult league. Um, I ran a semi-pro football team. So I've coached kids, I've coached middle school, I've coached high school, haven't coached college, but I've also coached um, adult league football. So I've coached adults, children, all the way down to the babies. And each one of them, you have to adjust your coaching. And that's one of the things that I've always told my kids is like, man, I apologize because Vegas has some of the worst coaches on the planet. I'm not saying I'm the best coach in the world, but damn, I'm a pretty good damn coach. If I have to say this one thing and pat my own self on the back, it's like, damn, this is something that I really love. This is something that I'm passionate about. I can pat myself on the back and say, man, I'm an all right coach. I'm a decent coach, man. You may not like me. You may even disagree with the concept, but the concept is based off of you. The concept is based off of you. Like I never have I used to have like, oh, I like to run this offense and this defense and this defense. Then when you get out there and you look at everybody, you like, man, we might be better at XYZ than this. Let's try it. I even had the adult team run the double wing one time. I was just like, dude, you guys, we got 4 plays. Let's run it, because guys wasn't showing up to practice. Guys, and there was something to me, it was so basic that if we run the double wing, all I can do is trap left, trap right, and keep it as basic as possible. And we were zone blocking on the line, so it wasn't even that you had to pull and all the traps and counters. It was basic shit. All they did, and then it held defenses because, of course, they're looking and seeing all the movement, and they're thinking that these guys are on them, and we were blocking them faster than it was. But you know, you just don't put your hands on a child, man. You know, I don't know where these kids go for the last couple of years, and I understand. I understand, dude, with COVID, tempers are high. So, right, I think the first video that I saw last year when, football was getting back into the swing of things was the kid go attack the referee. A couple of weeks ago, I just saw the parents chase the referee off the field. Now we got a coach putting his hands on the kid. Y'all need to woosah, man. Everybody needs to woosah because once again, this is a passionate game. Your emotions get involved in this game, and you can definitely get physical in this game. And as a coach, as a player, as a parent, as a ref, everybody needs to take a step back. Everybody needs to take a step back because there are certain things you don't do because he lucky he did that to the right kid. You understand what I'm saying? Because if let's just think about this now. Let's just think about this now. I'm a parent now. I'm going to the games. I want to see my son play, and I see you grab my son and you push him and you yelling at him to sit down. I would have hopped the fence. I would have hopped the fence. Sorry. You have to know your limits as a coach. You're the teacher. You're the builder of these young men. These young men are gonna be changed by this experience for the rest of their lives, good or negative. Like I said, my son was the first kid that I really had to just, and he made me a better coach. He made me a better father. He made me a better man. My son, you know, and this is when he was in middle school. Like I had to really look at him and be like, I need to cheer this boy on. I can't get too aggressive. I can't get too riled up because he reacts to everything. Even if it's something that I'm trying to tell him in a positive light, if I get emotional with it, he reacts emotional. And he's not listening, he's not comprehending. And that's something that I had to be like, all right, son, this is what I want you to do. I had to learn how to, and this this crosses over to all other walks of life. You have to learn as a man. One of the things that you got to start learning how to do is control your emotions. If you can't control your emotions, you can't control your tone, you're going to lose a lot of people. And as a man, as a coach, as a mentor, you got to learn how to do this because each individual person is different. Like I said, you cannot put your hand because you'll do it to the wrong parent. You'll do it to the wrong parent's child. Like I said, do I really think there was something real? I don't know the beginning of the play. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he'd been telling this kid hey man, I don't even know what position this kid played. I don't know what was going on. All you see is the clip of him grabbing him, pushing him back, and telling him to sit down. Now, I don't know. What? Hey man, I've been telling you cover two. Why you dropping back so deep? Cover two, you got the flats. Cover two, you got the flats. Cover two, you got the flats. And he just not getting it. Yeah, sit your ass down. But I wasn't there. But I'm just saying to you as a parent, you got to be careful with that because once again, I could have came to the game late and that's all I saw. What if that was just all I saw? I didn't see you fussing at him about the cover two. Like I said, I don't know what transpired before that. But I'm saying as a coach, as a mentor, I understand things can get heated, things can get testy. You cannot put your hands on these kids. Can't. Kids, adults, grown men, grown whatever, you can't touch them, especially not in that setting. Practice, see, practice. Come here, man. Let me talk to you. But that's also up to the coach. You can't be doing that shit in a controlling fashion either. You can't do that. You got to be like, look, man, I'm trying to get to you. I'm trying to get through to you. And you have to be you have to be ready for the consequences as soon as you put your hand on a child. Okay. And once again, I'm not trying to dismiss any child from being disrespectful. I'm not trying to dismiss any of that stuff because once again, as a coach, you already know who the rowdy ones are. You should, but that's what I'm saying. Those things should be handled at practice. And if you have to, grab somebody, and then don't let their mama and daddy hear about it first from someone else. Call them, say, hey man, I had a little problem with Billy today. You know, a little mouthy. I had to grab him by his collar, and I didn't want it. Nobody. I didn't want you to hear from nobody but me. You know, and this is why I'm open for open practices because if you want to come and see how disrespectful Billy is, you can come see. You, I in the youth, like I said, I've coached every level. That's why I am right now to this day still a fan and an advocate for open practices. Parents should be allowed to go to these practices. You wouldn't have all these underlying issues if people was watching. Like I said, you can't do that on Friday night. You can't do it. It's impossible for you to do it and get away with it clean, regardless if you had the best reason to do it. You can't do it. All right. So once again, man, this is Coach Rose Corner. We coming, man. I'm trying to get the merchandise, the hat, the t-shirts, everything, man. So I wanted to look good before I did the first video. But once again, man, if anybody knows the actual apps that even if I have to buy it, I want the little window so where I can sit here, show plays, and we can dissect the plays, and we can interact with the plays live like this, or even record it like this. I don't want to do editing. I don't want to do this video, then I'll be pointing to nothing, and then I can put the clip in later. I don't want to do all that. I want to be able to do it simultaneously. So if you know of an app, you know of something that can help me, even just getting started with little bitty stuff, but hopefully the merchandise is coming. I wanted to do the merchandise first. I wanted to have my hats, everything for sale, so you guys can, support the channel. But it's coming, man. So this is our little first take on Coach Rose Corner, and we'll, you know, hopefully see you guys in the future.